Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to Bringing the Vision video. What I've guessed today is this week's vendor reset. Like always, if you guys are looking for anything specific, definitely check out the description below. There's going to be timestamps over there, so finding things are going to be a lot easier. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video or find it helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and let's get right into this. Starting off first, you guys want to check out the special blueprints vendor down in the terminal, and the first thing you guys want to check out is this extended magazine blueprints. This is a must in my opinion to have on your character. If you are new, if you're returning, if you don't have this already, 100% buy this. It's going to make you, it's pretty much going to make your life so much easier if you want to find a critical hit chance, critical hit damage, a magazine size magazine, or if you want a rate of fire magazine, whatever the case is and whatever you want. Instead of going out and farming for it, you could just have the blueprint on your character, craft one, and hopefully get what you want. So once again, definitely pick this thing up. The final item you guys want to check out from him is his performance gear modded blueprints. This is the same case as with the magazine blueprints. If you are struggling to find something for your build, like first aid self heal mods, ally heal mods, or turret damage mods, anything like that, instead of going out, instead of farming for them, you could just have the blueprint on your character and craft whatever you need. Up next, we're stopping by the special equipment vendor still in the base operations, and the first thing you guys want to check out is this PAKHAN. Now what it comes with is 19% damage to targets out of cover, 268 gear score, and for the talents it has Unforgiving, Dominant, and the PAKHAN exotic talent. Honestly, this is a pretty good pickup if you want to use a Lone Star build for PvE. This LMG is actually pretty good, it does a lot of damage, it's really fast to reload, well not really fast, but it's faster to reload than most LMGs in the game, and it does some insane damage with the right build. The only thing you really have to do is get rid of Dominant. I would go for something like Ferocious or Destructive if you want to use this for PvE. If you don't, go for something like Deadly or maybe something like Vicious for PvP, and this will be a decent pickup. Going all the way down, you guys want to check out this Prototype Electronics mod. This is actually a 257 electronics and 2.50% exotic Dam Resilience mod. Now if you guys are in need of this for your PvP build or PvE build, I would 100% recommend picking this up. Although it's not 100% maxed out or a god roll or anything like that, it's still a decent pickup, and like I said, if you are in need, definitely check out this vendor. Next up, we're stopping by the advanced weapon vendor all the way upstairs, and the only thing you guys want to check out from him is this black market SASG 12S. Now what it comes with is 312.50% stagger, 259 gear score, and for the talent it has Commanding, Responsive, and Ferocious. Once again, this is a bit more of a PvE weapon. As you guys can see, it already has Responsive, it already has Ferocious. The only thing you really have to do is either get A, Destructive, B, Unforgiving, or C, you can get something like Deadly if you have a lot of crit chance on your build, and this weapon will do a lot of damage, as I said, with the right build. The final person you guys want to check out in the base operations is this weapons vendor upstairs, and what he's actually selling is a pretty nice Lot of M break. What it comes with is 18% critical hit damage, 2.50% stability, and 5.50% headshot damage. Now although it's missing the critical hit chance, it's only 3%, it's not that much. So if you guys are in need of a better Lot of M break for your weapons, or you just want to have a spare one in your stash, this is a pretty good pickup. So once again, check out this vendor if you are in need. The Dante's Run Safe House is next on the list, and what he's actually selling is a pretty nice prototype stamina mod. What it comes with is 211 stamina and 3% damage to elites. This is a very good pickup if you're making a pretty good PvE build with like damage and stuff like that. It's not maxed out because it can go to 4% damage to elites, but it's still a very good pickup. I haven't really seen a good stamina one being sold in a long time, so if you are in need of this, check out the Dante's Run Safe House. Up next, we're visiting the Camp Clinton Safe House, and the first person you guys want to talk to is the special blueprints vendor in this safe house. What he's actually selling is a pretty nice Pro Red Outside blueprint. Once again, as I said in the beginning of the video, with the magazine blueprint and the performance mod blueprint, this is something I would recommend having on your character 100%, because you really never know what kind of red dot you're going to need for your build and stuff like that. This one comes with critical hit damage, so you can potentially get a god roll one for your LMGs or your assault rifles or your SMGs, anything like that, so definitely check this thing out. A few spots over, we're stopping by the special equipment vendor still at Camp Clinton, and the first thing you guys want to check out is this NIMBLE holster. Now I normally don't really show gold like gear and stuff like that, but this one is actually very good. It's almost maxed out on everything, so I decided to include it in the video. As you guys can see, it has 1272 firearms, 1269 stamina, and 1271 electronics, which as I said is very high, and it's kind of rare to actually find a holster like this. So if you need this on your high-end / exotic build, or if you just want to have it in your stash for future builds, this one is pretty good. The final item you guys want to check out from this vendor are these Savage gloves. Now what they actually come with is 1205 electronics, 12% SMG damage, 16% critical hit damage, and 5.50% critical hit chance. Once again, they're not the best, they're not maxed out, but they are pretty good. The only thing you really have to do is get rid of the electronics, go a little bit higher in them, or go into firearms or stamina. It just really depends on your build. The Kerman Station is next on my list, and the one thing he's actually selling that's pretty good is a VX1 scope. Now this is actually a 12-time scope which comes with 70% headshot damage, 3% critical hit chance, and 4% critical hit damage. If you're making a MDR build, a Hunter's Faith build, a Sentry build, anything like that, this scope is very good on your sniper rifles, or as I said, on your assault rifles. It just really depends on what you're making. So once again, if you are interested in the scope, definitely check out this vendor. The Grindhouse Safe House is next on my list, and the one thing he's actually selling that's pretty nice is a SR7 suppressor. What it comes with is 18% critical hit damage, 2.50% stability, and 6% headshot damage. Now once again, it is missing the critical hit chance, but if you're looking for a decent SR7 suppressor for your lightweight M4s, M700s, urban MDR, bullfrog, stuff like that, this vendor is selling a pretty decent one. The final open world vendor you guys want to check out is the Firewall, and what he's actually selling are two things. The first thing is this prototype electronics mod. This is actually a 188 electronics and 3% damage to elites mod. Once again, if you're making a PvE build with seeker mines or with, a sentry build, anything like that, and you want to use electronic mods, this one is pretty good. You're going to get a pretty big damage increase if you use these mods. And then a few spots down, you want to check out this maxed out 6% first aid self-heal. Even if your heals are not that good, even if you don't have a lot of electronics or skill power on your build, but you want to use a booster shot or overdose, this mod is a must on that build. So once again, if you don't have this, if you are in need of this, check out the Firewall vendor. Getting straight into the DZ, the first person you guys want to stop by is the Park Avenue checkpoint. What he's actually selling is a pretty nice Tactical Vector 45 ACP, and what it comes with is 21.50% critical hit chance, 267 gear score, and for the talents it has Responsive, Vicious, and Deadly. Honestly, you can leave it how it is, it's pretty good. You can pick it up and go ahead play PvP or PvE with it, but if you want a bit more damage, the only thing you really have to do is get rid of Vicious, go for Unforgiving, and this will be a very solid pickup. The East 53rd Street checkpoint is next on my list, and what he's actually selling is a 5% ballistic shield damage resilience mod. This is a pretty good pickup if you're making a D3 FNC build for PvP or PvE, and you want to be a bit more tanky, you want the damage incoming towards you to not affect you that much. This mod is really good to have. Either this or a damage, ballistic shield damage mod is really good to use on your shield build, but if you don't have those ones, pick these up and use them on your build. If you're looking for a decent C79 scope, you want to check out the West 39th Street checkpoint. He's actually selling one. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. It comes with 17% critical hit damage, 2.50% stability, and 6% headshot damage. As I said, it's not the best, but if you're making a .I build, if you are using a MDR build with Sentry or something like that, this scope is pretty good on those weapons. So once again, if you are interested and you want to check them out, visit the West 39th Street checkpoint in the Dark Zone. Last but not least, the final person you guys want to visit is the West 42nd Street checkpoint, still in the Dark Zone. What he's actually selling is a pretty nice enhanced PP19. What it comes with is 19% critical hit chance and 266 gear score. As for the talents, it has Deadly, Competent, and Hurried. Now the only reason I put this weapon in the video is because one, it's a pretty decent submachine gun if you don't have the house, if you don't have a really good AUG or something like the MP5N. This SMG actually does a lot of damage. It has a very big magazine size, even if you put, a medium like magazine size attachment to it. It still has a lot of bullets in it, and also as I said, the damage output on this is pretty nice. Now the second reason I put this on is because it's really good with a shield build. If you're making a D3 FNC build for PvP or PvE, this weapon is very good to use. The only thing I would recommend doing is probably getting rid of Competence, go for Responsive, and as I said, for a shield build, or if you don't have a house, if you want to use a different SMG, this weapon is very good. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I respond to all my comments, but once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.